All right, I think we're live. Hey, everybody! It is this is old gray bucket pink bricks nation chat. There we go. And so we're taking over for Bricksmith. Did not do his show tonight, so last minute change. So I'm doing it, and I've got a few folks in the chat already. Got Mark Sandlin with his spoopy mask. It's very spoopy. Oh my goodness. And we got Jeff, space builder extraordinaire, and an all-around cool guy. And we got bringing up Brad, the young fellow in the room, to teach us all the things about TikTok and everything. All right. So what I'm saying, if you got an email from Julian, go ahead and join in. And if you'd like to join in, give me a signal, and I might shoot that over to you. Let's look over here in the chat. Got Moto in the chat. Jay is in the chat. Brickfella, Brick Studios. Willie's in the chat. Doc Sampson was the first one I saw in the chat. And there's some other folks, I believe. Maybe I missed you. I hope I didn't. So welcome to the chat. I don't know about you guys, but it has been a very fruitful Lego weekend for me. I have been heading around to small town Walmarts, and our lug thing that shall not be named or mentioned came in today. So the lookbook came in and everything. So that's good. So let's go around the room. Jeff, tell me what you've been Legoing and doing and working on the last few days.
Last few days, all I've been doing really is just working on older town mocks that I've built, like modular houses and things like that.
Wait,
and
did you say town?
Yeah, I'm working on a Lego city town thing. Kind of want to build one.
That's not very space, man. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Also, I upgraded this a little bit. I changed the wing orientation on it and got a few further steps into seeing, not seeing, but making a few steps forward to making this an unofficial kit and then selling it to people that would like it. So hopefully that'll become a thing by December. So we'll see what happens. But besides that, like little things here and there, nothing like crazy or anything like that. That's about it, really.
Cool. All right. Well, let's hope your town turns into more space. That's all I know.
I do want to build a moon base at one point. I'm just going slowly through the process.
Yes, you do. You do want to do that. At Bricksmith in the chat, we see him there. Spotted. Alicia, welcome. Brickfellow, welcome. Dude, Jude, good to see you. Moto, I think I mentioned you before. All right, Mr. Brad, what is going on in your Lego world? Oops, that just dropped him. Log back, dude.
Sorry.
Wait, how you doing?
Yeah, it's great to see you. Get out of here now. Not too bad. I finally got my setup done so that it hits this wall, which is like my big Lego wall I have. There's actually like shelves going that way and that way, so you can't see all of it. And then at a local Dollar General, I picked up this.
Yes.
As I've shown you already, for half the price because it was all beat up. It was like seeing that back little corner. That's why you always look at Dollar Generals and Kenny Drugs's and those like little corner stores. You can never know what you find. But besides that, just been sorting Legos recently and getting this all set up. So
sweet. All right, good deal. And tell them about where they can find you on TikTok.
You can find me on Breaking Up Brad on TikTok. Oh my gosh,
TikTok. That's what we clean our breath with, man.
TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm kind of on all the platforms. Do most of my stuff on TikTok, though.
All right, good deal. So I hear your TikTok is doing well.
Yep, just hit 5,000 there. So that was really exciting for me. So.
All right, good deal, good deal. All right. So I see you, Razor. You got Star Wars behind you. That's sort of space. I'm proud of you.
Yep. I had to get my 2 Star Wars Squadron ships up there. So
okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right, Mr. Sandlin, what is going on? I'm not going to I almost hit the remove button again. I've been a week and a half since I've done this. I'm about to dump you off of here. What's up, man?
I was going to say, Brad, next you need to get some Old Gray love.
Yes.
Yes.
So this week I was hosting your show, Fazoom,
I was
because
slacking off at the beach.
you pieced out and went to the beach and ate good shrimps and stuff, and I sat here in my basement all week hosting your show for 27 hours a day.
27 hours a day.
Yeah,
How many views?
working hard.
How many views did you get for me? That was
At least 2.
well, I watched and you watched. So there you go. So did you participate in? It's very spoopy. You're scaring me. Did you participate in BrickCon this weekend?
I participated in the unofficial Bricks and Beer Discord BrickCon. Andrew Lee, who his YouTube show is Bricks and Beer, so check it out. He's a fun dude. He and I go way back, hanging out at BrickCon and stuff. And I did not pay a whole lot of money to do a virtual con online, but I did hang out with a bunch of those guys that I used to go to BrickCon with before the dark times. And so we hung out on the Discord and did video chats and that kind of stuff. And
Wait. That's a Hinkle sighting. It is a Hinkle sighting. Get your Hinkle swag out. Nobody in here probably has any. Woo, Mr. Hinkle. Mr. Hinkle. Oh, I broke Mr. Hinkle. There it is right there. All right. It crashed.
What are you doing? You've disrespected the Hinkle.
I did disrespect the Hinkle. That was the Lego frame, and I grabbed it at the top instead of the bottom, and it ate itself. That's pretty funny. All right, Mr. Hinkle, it is good to have you here. Good to see you, man. Anyway, so thank you for hosting my show, and we will have a show. Messy Monday will be tomorrow, and then we'll have a show on Thursday, Old Gray Bricks Live. So you folks in the chat, if you are not a part of that, then be a part. Yes, that crumbled right in my hands live. That was pretty awesome. But I did save the picture. It is safe right here. So, all right. So, in my Lego world, we went on vacation with my family. I enjoyed it. We went to Jekyll Island, which is super great, and yes, I will not besmirch Mr. Hinkle. No one shall besmirch Mr. Hinkle. So, but the cool thing about going to there's a sighting there. So there we go.
I'm just saying, I might be the superior frame builder.
I want to know how you. Well, my Lego frame was built by Lego itself, so that's why it's on the floor. But so one of the benefits of going to where we go on vacation, there's a line of small Walmarts between my house and the beach. In fact, there's one near the beach on the coast of Georgia, and a small town Walmart. If you don't have a small town Walmart near you, you need to figure out where the nearest one is, because we got some pretty good deals. In fact, there were some pretty good deals around Atlanta itself on some bigger Walmarts, but like a Boba Fett head for $22. So
Wow,
that's pretty sweet.
None of the deals are on this side of town. They're all on the other side of town where Dana lives.
Well, yeah, where Dana lives. I saw was it Dio? Is that the little cone robot from?
I don't care what that robot's name is.
The little whatever his name is. He was like $40, and I passed on him. I may go back and get him. So
the
Dio.
green one?
Dio.
Dio, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
one
one with
that's
a wheel.
Yep, the one that's
Dio's
supposed to be
the
played
bomb.
by the guy who created the movie.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's technically supposed to be voiced by J.J. Abrams.
oh, with all the words and blips and stuff.
JJ
Yeah.
is for Jar Jar.
You said Jar Jar. You gotta watch your language on this show. Crying out
I
loud.
know, right? That might come back to bite you.
Right. So anyway, so on our journey back, my son and I hit about 3 or 4 of those Walmarts. So there was some general 50% off, but we found a Wonder Woman 1984 set, $10 at a Walmart. So
Where do all you guys find these deals? Like, I always hear people be like, "Oh yeah, I found the set for $5 at a Walmart," and I'm like, when I go to Walmart, they're trying to charge me double. Like,
that's just because you're on TikTok, man. That's what TikTok.
That's true. They see my face, they're like, "No, get out of here."
For one thing, sales depend on the manager of the Walmart and what they are willing to put on sale. So, like my local Walmart, the manager is really stingy. And, guys here in Atlanta area, the metro will find stuff on sale. Hey, 50% off. I'll go to my Walmart. It's so full price. And then like a month later, it'll be 25% off. And it's like, I don't find sales. So I know how you feel.
Same boat. I don't ever find a good sale.
Well, it also depends on, if you are in a larger metro area, there are the eBayers and the scalper or whatever.
That's the other thing.
Literally, I've seen them in the store. They actually have like a pad or a cell phone dedicated, and they have a pack on their like a fanny pack thing with a scanner, and they're going around scanning every product on the shelves and buying the stuff that's on clearance and all that kind of stuff. I know that Walmart now is a little more, when they have sales, it shows up on the app. And there are people who algorithm that app and can, when a Walmart hits, my Walmart last year had stuff at like 50%, at 25% off clearance. I'm like, this is going on 50% one day. 24 hours later, I was in that Walmart and it was all gone. They had clearanced it to 50% off that night, and somebody was in at 8 a.m. and cleaned them out. So
that's, yeah.
But, hey, early word gets the worm on that when it comes to clearance. Now, if it's like a set that's being released, don't buy 18 million of the 501st so the kids can't get it. But when it goes on clearance, it's kind of fair game to me.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, again, this is like my first ever deal I've ever found, and that's why I was so excited about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I found a set that's like 2 years old.
And it's like beat all the crap, too. So
I don't even care about the box. Like, the set inside is perfectly fine.
So I'm trying to think of anything else. I got like Poe Dameron's X-Wing for half off. And,
nice.
Which I really didn't want it, but it's like, I probably should get that. So
if you don't want it, I can give you my address.
I know, right? You can send it down here. That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I got it for retail. Do y'all want it for retail? That's what I got it for. I didn't get a deal on it.
Oh.
So, but anyway,
if it's free, I'll take
But Jake was in with it, my son, and so he actually drove to all of those Walmarts, which is scary enough. And so
that's when you know when you're a real man, when you can drive and buy your own Lego.
Right. He's learned the skill of drive-through, and he's learned the skill of riding to Walmart for clearance. These are two major skills in
exactly.
development. That's really important. So, all right. So anyway, the other things that have come, and Mark, I'm going to actually ask you this on live. Dana has sent us from our lug, our prizes that we get for participating in lug activities. And you and Paul both have a gallon-sized bag of brick scrapple. I would offer to give it to one of our lug members who I'll be talking to who doesn't have a lot of brick to say, here, you can have brick, because I really don't want to sort those bags. I don't know about you.
If you want to look at the bag and tell me if there's anything good in it, then I'm willing to donate, probably the vast majority of it to somebody who would really like to have the bulk. Because I still got a bag down here from the last from the 8-ball day like 2 months ago. I still got this. I haven't sorted yet.
There we go. Let me show it on the screen. So part of, if you guys are not in a lug, one of the benefits of being in a lug is you do have access to brick gifts and things like that. And one of the things our lug does in conjunction with the Lego store is when you participate or win, sometimes you get big bags of basically leftover brick from pieces from sets they've broken apart, from stuff that's been on display in the store, and some leftover pick-a-brick. And so they will bag it. Now, one time we got almost like a bag full of 1x1 clips. And I have more clips for Lego than I know what to do with. And so, but then it comes with a lot of randomness. Is that a radar dish? Oh, that's the dish from the
red window. This is kind of cool.
That's from the Star Wars you don't like, man.
Hey, I'll take the piece.
I'll give you a penny and a nickel for the whole bag.
There's 2 of them in there. See, 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah. Well, these bags are full of like 1x1 rounds and lots of. It looks very scrappily. So I'll look it over. I'll send you a picture if you want to donate it on. Because I'm thinking, ooh, is that white or gray?
Mint. It's mint green.
For the freshest of breath, right?
Yes.
It's awesome.
There are some kind of crazy colors in here. I got some lime. I got some magenta. Yeah, I got some dark green.
Let's see. Scott H510, welcome to the chat. Alyssa, if I didn't mention you before, welcome to the chat. Any of you guys in the chat, if you have found an amazing, like a deal, let us know what you found and maybe where you found it so we can go. Anyway, so with
the person who's asking what I'm building, this is it right here. There we go. Now we got it focused.
Oh, there you go.
I finally got a good camera set up, so I'm trying to use that. But
what camera do you have, by the way?
I have a Canon Rebel T5i.
Oh, you got a camera. That's cool.
Yeah. So I bought it last year with graduation money because I'm a film student. So I was like, oh, I kind of need a camera. And then I found out that if you have a Canon camera, you can actually hook it up to your computer, and Canon release software for that every different type of Canon camera to use as a webcam. So,
oh, that's cool. I've heard that you can take some old webcams and turn them into cameras because Mark and I remember the days when we didn't have good cameras on our phones, so we had our little Sony, whatever those were. Yeah. I just wonder if you could pull one of those up and use it.
I found one of those old little box cameras this big that every family used to have when they went on family vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to see if I could get software to use that, but when I found I couldn't. So
that's cool.
Live in Canada, we don't get deals.
All right, so here's the next thing that has. There has been a serious amount of ABS coming into my house today, in the last 2 days. The last thing is something that also is a benefit if you are in a lug and it's an established lug, and something you do is something we don't talk about, but everybody knows about it. Is basically a source of buying parts in bulk. Let's just say that. And one of the parts that happened to be on there, and I am assembling 70. I have 75 of them. 75 orange spacemen that I am now lining up and assembling right now. So I am
and that's your display for the next brick fest.
Well, we personally know of a friend of ours who bought 500 of them. So
what?
Yeah. Okay. If you knew Adrian and knew how obsessed and making things massive that he is, that makes plenty of sense. So, yes.
So basically, he's a space, an army builder, but with space people.
Oh,
yeah.
He's the guy who built the minifig scale Serenity.
From that show you're watching.
Okay.
Okay.
Space Nine, that was his most recent gigantic thing.
Serenity.
Is
that in the first 3 episodes?
From Firefly that you're watching. He built.
Yeah, I know.
He built the minifig scale one that's 7 feet long.
I'm trying to remember what the Serenity is.
The Serenity is the spaceship they were flying in.
Big cargo ship they're in, the Firefly class.
Oh, okay, the Firefly. Okay.
Yeah, the Serenity is what the name of the ship.
Oh, okay, because I knew it as a Firefly, so that's why.
Named after Serenity, the Battle of Serenity Valley. Did you watch the first episode?
Yes, I did.
Are you sure?
I'm only on the halfway through the 3rd episode, and I was really confused during the first episode.
Oh, he's a millennial. Do we need to spoon feed it? No, I'm just kidding. No. Yes, we have encouraged Brad and another chat to start watching Firefly. Number one, to get his hopes and dreams all built up, and then to have them dashed when it's canceled after one season, and then you get a movie, which is awesome, and then it's it. So
the funny thing for me is I always have loved Westerns, and I'm pretty big fan of space-like films. So, like, it's right down my alley once I started getting into it. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know, all the characters are, they're kind of cliches, but, it's very interesting.
They feel like cliches in the first few episodes because they're literally written to establish who they are a little bit. But, like,
yeah,
once the show gets going on Firefly, you're like, what is even happening with these people anymore? It's so good.
It is so good.
Yeah, the characters are very much tropes, but it does pan out
very well. And so, Joss Whedon, who did that, then, when you hear he's doing Avengers, you're like, okay, this guy knows how to handle a multi-person cast well, and he did that very well for the first Avengers movie. So it's so good. So
he did great for the second one. He just messed up. According to people, he messed up a bit, which I don't exactly agree with. But
well, I think the second Avengers, which I still like, I actually like it better watching it over and over again. The Age of Ultron, he also had to cram a bunch of studio stuff in there to continue storyline stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, Howie's stuff is here. Howie, how are you? And he's asking Jeff, how is your router?
Good. I was having some problems on Friday when I was helping out Hinkle, and we fixed that problem by me calling my service provider and using not Lego safe words with them. It was the third time that week our ISP was like, nah. So I lost my patience, and then I apologized to the young man on the other side of the phone, and then we got things fixed, and yep, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I have found myself having to apologize for getting quite terse with the poor person that is trying to fix the problem that I have, and it's been with insurance a whole lot lately. It seems like. So go figure that one. But
I changed out a light switch in my master bathroom last week, and I think that it has 10 cuss word minimum just to prime it so it works. That's in the manufacturer's,
That makes sense.
Did you go by the manufacturer's instructions, or did you consider that the manufacturer's opinion of how it should be put together? So,
all I know is it didn't really work right until I cussed at it enough, and then it seemed like it started working. It's kind of like a lawnmower with a pull cord. You gotta cuss at it a few times before it starts up.
Maybe daggle your finger at it.
Yeah.
Daggling is very important. It makes your point known to inanimate objects and animate objects as well. So
look, just remember, if it's not working, just hit it as hard as you can.
Yeah, but it's electricity. You don't really want to hit things that have electricity running through them. So
yeah,
I don't see the problem here. Not joking.
You hit it with a hammer. If it doesn't work, you hit it with a bigger hammer. So that's just the way it goes, right?
Yeah, that's how it's been since 1902.
Is 1902 when they invented bigger hammer?
That is the official year that they invented bigger hammer.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, I also built the Hinkle's intergalactic jalopy this week because I was bored.
Do I know this? Let me see this.
I think I put it up on Instagram at one point. I'm not sure, but I was just having fun, and Hinkle. I got a official Hinkle head, and people were telling me, well, the official Hinkle minifigure looks like this, but I was like, what if Hinkle was a space cowboy that traveled around on an intergalactic jalopy and saved the universe? So that's what I did instead.
I like it. What if Hinkle was a space jockey? I like it.
And he's got a peg leg, so he's seen some stuff. And he's a space sheriff.
Hinkle with a peg leg. That sounds like an album from about 1965 by somebody. Hinkle with a peg leg.
Yeah, right. But this is a lot of fun to build. I got to use one of those old car pieces from the Adventurers line and Pharaoh's Quest and stuff.
Yep.
And then just built from there and was like, well, this is kind of cheating, but on the other hand, this makes sense. So,
You know,
Brad's on TikTok and his attention span just ran out. So
we went over 15 seconds.
We lost.
Is he a clock enthusiast? Is that what's happening?
maybe. Yeah, he just left. So
there he is.
Yeah, he can't have a bladder problem like us old people do. So what's the Surely you went tinkle before we got on this car ride, Brad.
I mean, he has a cup there. You can just scoot the chair off screen and handle business. I'm just saying.
Hey, wait. Are you drinking out of your pick-a-brick cup, buddy?
I think you're muted, Brad.
Yeah, no, actually, I have 3 cups here. Actually,
Everybody, are you drinking out of the pick-a-brick cup? No.
I've never done pick-a-brick before. Actually, I want to do pick-a-brick, but I'm waiting for like a big project to work on, and for my my sorting boxes to come in.
Pick-a-brick's not about waiting. Pick-a-brick is about amassing more. Put it in the
Pick-a-brick is about being broke and not having enough money to do pick-a-brick.
You don't have to eat today.
I keep telling my girlfriend that. She doesn't agree with that statement. I'm just like, hey, I can drink water. Water's free.
You get the girlfriend addicted to the brick too, then that problem solves itself.
No. She's fine with me buying the Lego. She's saying that I can't go without food, though.
No. You see, you get her building with you, and then food becomes secondary, and then it's this way we can feed our creative soul rather than ourselves, and everything works out fine in the end.
All right. So Scott H510 just said you are off dancing because you're on TikTok. How many videos do you actually dance in? I need to know.
2. There's both good reasons for each.
Okay. You've got to come up with a really good reason to convince me it is a good reason to dance in a video. So
the first one,
go.
I made a bet with my followers. If I got to 1K in a certain amount of time, I would do a certain dance that I will not mention on TikTok.
So in other words, you lost a bet. Okay, there you go.
No.
All right, number 1.
The second one, I don't know if you know who Matt Mellish is, but he was on.
Yeah, I was on the chat on Brick Blazer's show. Yeah.
Yes. So he's been on Brick Blazer's show, and me and him are become friends because of that. So he does a dance every day because he's been. There's this whole story behind it, but he's been doing this one dance every day for the last month. And so because I hit 5K, I did his dance on my TikTok, and that was the only other reason I've done one.
So you made a bad deal and a bad bargain, and that's the second reason. Okay, you lost a bet.
I didn't bargain it with anyone. I just told him how to do it. He's like, because he keeps calling out other creators to do it, and so I was just like, hey, I hit 5K. Here's a good thing to do for.
So let me ask you a question. Since you're educating us old fellows on the TikTok, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, Jeff. Do you have a TikTok account by any chance? Okay, good. So that's just for the old. Oh, that's for the young guys. Okay, good. So
Before we get into this, I do want to make you proud. Oh.
How many videos a day do you need to make to start really ramping that thing up?
Technically, at least 1 video a day.
How many videos a day do you make?
This is a safe zone. We will only laugh at you internally. Please continue.
I was trying to think. At least 3.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
The nice thing about TikTok. What are you doing, Quincy? He just dived into my door. Oh, he was playing with his toy.
And Quincy is. I remember you talking about. Is what?
My cat. Sorry.
But you named him after something that would be good for us old folks to know.
Quincy is named after. I think I mentioned this in Brick Blazer's channel, but
yes.
I named him after the comic strip Foxtrot, who has an iguana, Quincy.
That is old man, old school goodness. Go ahead, continue.
I used to have the comic book, so I was super into it. So, but the nice thing about TikTok, unlike YouTube and stuff, where I've done YouTube for a while, even before I got into the Lego side of it. I'm a film major, so I understand, editing and all that stuff. Top ramen for life. I mean, you can get a burger at McDonald's cheaper than ramen, but it's
No, as old people, we're going to be all grumpy about TikTok. You go ahead.
True. The the problem is, if you've ever done a lot of stuff for YouTube, if you want to get big, you have to upload at least 2 videos a day. You have to, edit those videos. You have to make sure they look good. You have to record those videos. The nice thing about TikTok is you pull out your phone, find a sound, make a funny joke, and all you have to do is 15 seconds, at least, maybe even less than that. So you can get 20 of those up a day if you wanted to. I've done more than 3 in a day just because I was like, oh, this is kind of funny, and I like this idea. So that's the thing about TikTok is you gotta, it's very simple to post. So when someone hears 3 videos a day, they're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. But you can make one video, get an idea off that video to make a second, and then someone will comment on that video and you get an idea for a third. So I don't know. I'm not a pro at TikTok, but that's what I've learned from it, at least.
Well, I mean, you know a lot more than any of us do. You've got 5,000 followers, which is, saying something still. So obviously you're good at what you do. I mean,
I'm also crazy, so.
I'm not as old as those two, so I appreciate the effort that you're doing with the platform that you're using.
Wait. How old are you? I need to know.
I'm 37.
Oh, you a whippersnapper.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's funny. So, okay, I'm still not convinced. I have downloaded the TikTok. I follow like 18 people, I think. You are one of them, by the way.
Thank you.
You
know
never
how
said
crazy I am, so
you never said anything about it. The other guy did, but I just
I get so many follows in a day that sometimes I just scroll through them to see what comments and suggested videos I'm getting right now, because I'm not trying to because one of my friends was like, hey, I followed you on TikTok. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even see it. It gets mixed up with everything else. It's the new it really is the new Vine. It's just it can actually last.
Yeah. Okay. What happened to Vine? That seems to be somewhere in my memory, but then it went away, right?
Twitter bought it, but then I think it was Twitter bought it, and then they're like, oh, we're not making enough money from this, and so they just got rid of it.
Well, it's a good thing they have Periscope still, I guess.
I guess.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they do, and I just I don't know anybody that uses Periscope, so. Yeah.
I remember 3 or 4 people going, hey, Periscope, and then nobody ever talked about it again. So
yeah, that's pretty much what I remember too.
Mm.
But Vine wasn't doing it for him, though. Everybody watches a Vine every once in a while.
Hey, how about that Google Plus?
I'm going to go pick me up a Zune sometime at the store. I hear they're awesome.
I'll find you on Friendster. It's all good.
I was on Google Plus. I'm old enough to know that was a thing.
Yeah,
and what it was used for.
Yeah, nothing. An arid wasteland on the internet.
That was used for some weird stuff on the internet. I do know that. There was a lot of cosplay groups that were on it and stuff like that, or fandoms.
Things got weird with some of those groups, that's for sure.
I don't know what to do with a wing that doesn't have a notch in it.
What?
It doesn't?
I don't know what to do with a wing that doesn't have a notch in it.
Oh, that's one of the newer ones, right?
Yeah, it's just like these.
Yeah. Wait. Which one you got, Brad? Yeah, that's one of the new angles there. Which one you got?
Say it's like one of
the
these.
small ones. You're not that. You're old enough to remember. There's notchless.
Nope.
Wings.
I have some of the notch wings. Again, my brother's been collecting since 1995, around that time. I know that's not very long, but that's 25 years if you think about it.
Thank you for telling us how many years it was. Appreciate it. Thanks,
I was
man.
a junior in college.
In what year? 95?
Yeah, I graduated in 96.
Yeah, I graduated in 98 from college. Is that right? No, I don't remember. No, I graduated in 94 from college. Yes.
I was in
right.
high school in 97. I'm young and hip. Look at
Snapchat
me.
is still a thing, but no, I don't know who uses Snapchat except people who are not people I agree with. So,
There you go.
Do I? No, I don't think I do Snapchat.
it's not something that I can yeah. It's not like TikTok where I can actually make fun content for people. So,
Oh,
All right,
okay.
so here's a pretty important question, mostly from my perspective. Do you make money off of what you're doing?
I have made a total of $2.75 so far.
Hey, you almost paid for that space set right there.
I know, right?
That's
That's
like 3 weeks of ramen, right?
That's a Slurpee and that space set.
I know. Well, this space set was $4, so not even close. So on TikTok, once you get to 1,000, you can live stream, and when you live stream, people can donate you money, but TikTok takes about 66% of it.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, that's from the U-wing right now. There, that piece is super rare.
No, that's not U-wing. That's X-wing, I believe.
No, that's U-wing. Let me show you. I mean, they may have made it into the X-wing one too, but that's U-wing right there. Oh wait, no,
That's smaller.
oh,
This
okay,
is the X-wing canopy, man.
oh, that's okay. You're right.
Then it's
Sorry,
crap.
Oh jeez, where's my chair stuck? There we go. But once you hit 1K, you can live stream, and when you live stream, people can donate you money. But again, TikTok takes big percentage of it. Holy crap. And so you can make some money through there. But once you hit 10K, people can TikTok gives you money. So it's not that much. But when you hit 100K, you can join the something where like companies will work with you to like you can promote their products and stuff like that and get money through there.
You'll be an influencer.
Yes. I don't. No, they can go as long as you want on the live streams, but you can't do it with other people, so it's why I don't like it as much as like doing it on Twitch or YouTube and places like that.
Yeah, so I don't know any of the rules about YouTube and monetization. I know zero. I don't. For folks who want to do it, folks who want to do the membership stuff and all that kind of stuff, like that Julian's doing and everything. Great, more power to them. Support who you want to support. Jeff went by. But I have no idea how it works. So I have no clue how then TikTok is different than YouTube is. I do know that YouTube got cheap and cut everybody out of their money, a while back or something. Yeah. So how YouTube does it differently from what I've heard is you got to get to a certain amount, and then it's basically ads are paying YouTube, and then YouTube is paying you some money if you get ads on your videos. Right. So, and they're super chats, right? How does YouTube take a chunk of your super chat when you get it, or is that just directly to you? I think YouTube does take some of your money too. I think each company, if you do a Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, it will take some of your money from you. I definitely know Twitch does it too, because technically you're streaming on their platform and they're giving you all this stuff. So yeah. So anybody in the chat now wants me to experience what it's like for YouTube to take some of my money, go give me a super chat and I'll find out. Like the reason I've set up like things like Cash Apps and Venmos is because YouTube takes nothing of that. Like, I mean, TikTok can't take any of that. So I've told like my fans, like, if you want to donate to me, this is where you can, but I don't like, I'm not saying like, for me, that's a tip jar. It's like when I work at my ice cream shop I work at the weekends, I'm like, this is my tip jar. If you want to give me some extra, because you like what I do, go for it. But I'm not going to press you into doing that like some people try to. So wait, tell me about this. I'm a fat guy. So tell me about this ice cream. I work at a gas station / ice cream / pizza / sandwich joint. It's only in New York, so you probably wouldn't have heard of it. But it's basically that's seriously what it is. It's just, you can get a pizza if you want, you can get sandwiches if you want, and then there's really good ice cream because we make the best ice cream in New York. So, well, of course you do.
Hey, what hair is this? I don't recognize this hair.
That looks like dreadlock, sort of, or like a beaded hair.
Is that is it a rubbery kind of piece of whatever?
Yeah.
It's probably, show it up on the screen and maybe somebody in the chat will recognize it. I bet it's from the...
it's got to be from the minifigure line.
Think it's from minifigure? It may be Friends. I'm not sure.
Oh, you might be right.
I don't recognize it. It kind of looks like dreads or beaded or what have you.
Yeah.
But I don't recognize it because I don't know, man. New to me.
All the Legos. Let me put these helmets on. So I have made probably. I've got 75 of these orange guys. I think I've made about 60 of them.
So speaking of orange guys, you'll be proud of me for this, Fazoom, but one of my first big themes I got into was the Mars mission line.
Oh, hey, look, Mark, Mr. Sandlin, I believe you would recognize that set right there.
Oh yeah, I designed the prototype for that set.
You did this?
Yeah.
It didn't break too heavily. This is actually a rebuilt version of it. I broke it a long time ago, but I rebuilt it. It's like not got all the pieces in it, but it's what I call it. It's like when you rebuild a set and it's like near, like you get the general idea what the set looks like, but not everything's there.
Yeah, Chris and I both were in the Lego Ambassadors program at the very start of it. And I got to go to Billund, Denmark in 2006. I think it was April. And I spent a week there working with their designers there. And that set is based on a prototype that I made for the Mars mission line.
This is my biggest set I ever got growing up, and it was my absolute favorite sets I ever owned. So from the bottom of a fan's heart, thank you for making that like design. I only had 4 sets from that theme. No, wait, 3 sets from that theme, but that was my favorite.
That's cool. Yeah, the prototype that I made kind of that sort of resembles the prototype that I made, but they basically redid the whole thing.
Okay.
Slightly different pieces than what I chose and that sort of thing. But the general concept that I made is what that set was, because I was just channeling classic space. I just made a spaceship that had a little vehicle that it could drop, a ground vehicle, because that's going back to the Galaxy Explorer in classic space. It's a spaceship, and you open up the back of the spaceship, and a rover comes out. And so that's kind of what I was doing.
That is so. I've always loved drop ships. I've always loved the kind of ship that, like they leave something behind if they want to. So I absolutely love that set because of it. And then I got the Atlantis set that's very similar, just because I love that.
Yeah, I mean it's a simple concept, and it's something that I did because it's just inherently fun to play with.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're a kid and you're playing with something, it's inherently fun to have a spaceship that can drop off something, and that's something that I guess in 2006 when I was working on that kind of thing, I felt like that was missing from the Mars mission sets that they had come up with and were working on and stuff. I was like, why don't you just have a spaceship that drops some kind of a little ground vehicle?
Yeah.
Build the set around that idea because it's simple, but it's fun.
I feel like they started improving on that idea. Like a lot after that, they started making a bunch like that. But
well, they're in recent years they've hired quite a few designers that are, maybe not as old as me and Chris, but definitely were influenced by the sets that Chris and I enjoyed growing up, and have a lot of that kind of playability to them. Like one of the guys that we really enjoy being at Lego is Mark Stafford as a designer, because he designs a lot of sets that have good playability to them. He designs a lot of the ones that you'll have, something that opens up and you can play inside of it. That kind of thing. Whether it's a spaceship or a truck or whatever, it's always fun when you can open up a big vehicle and put your minifigs inside and have rooms inside for the minifigs to be able to do stuff.
He's my favorite designer. Mark is, yeah.
Yeah, his stuff is always fun and, has that kind of sensibility to it that, being able to play with the set is fun.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be so planned out fun. It's just open to do whatever you want to do. So,
yeah.
All right. So here we go. And I've got a few extra and actually have 2 or 3 missing legs. I think I dropped them, but here's the Orange Army right here.
Holy crap!
That is so great. I should have got more. And then marching by. Let's see. What is the plan for the Orange Army? I don't really have one. Actually, I do have one thing. I'm going to take these on a moon base and spell out the word for Tom. Tom was a friend of ours from. He passed away probably 2 years ago. Is that right? Tom did. Kind of
trying to remember. Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of suddenly too. It took us by a shot. Tom was a good guy. He loved to build with orange. Back in the day when there wasn't a lot of orange. Orange was kind of his color. So this is really cool. So I'm going to take these guys and spell out for Tom. If you see any of on my videos, you'll see an orange spaceman and the words for Tom, and Mark does it too. Just remember it because he was also Tom McDonald was his name. He was a radio guy as well. He did radio broadcasts and a super awesome dude and a good friend. And so we miss that guy. So that's probably what I'm going to do with these guys is just spell that out on Moonbase base plate. So for that and everything. Yeah, talking about Mark Stafford. He did Alien Conquest. Mark, somebody says that appears to be Andrea from the Friends line. The hair piece there. So that's good. All right, Mr. Jeff, let's see that spaceship you've got in your hand. We need to see what's going on with it.
So this is just my idea of like a short range shuttle that's atmospheric as well. It's nothing too crazy. The cockpit looks like it's awesome, but I can't get it to open. Like there's a lot of, if I touch this, it'll fall apart. But I used to have an older white spaceship that I wasn't really too fond of. It looked more like a bus for space. And that darn Moto, he and I were talking one night, and I got inspired because I love these windshields. And then I wanted to make it like an open face cockpit, so like almost like an Apache helicopter where the canopy folds and you can see out it and everything else. And then I watched Aliens, and then I saw their cockpit, and I went, well, I want something like that, so this is how close I got it to. So, I don't know, it's fun. It's had a lot of rebuilds. I'm still going to figure out how to make the canopy more functional. But besides that, this is what it's at where we're at. Use the Space Police 3 wings up here and on the bottom so that it looks like it has a little bit of, air brakes and things like that. And the engines on the back are just, standard fare sci-fi jets. I don't know. I used it on the Viper as well. So I figure in universe or lore-wise, it's a courier ship of some sort. There's not enough room in the back to really carry anybody except for maybe 2 or 3 passengers. So I don't know.
You got room. You could add a cargo box that you could add to up under those fairings that coming out of the back there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe make some sort of, even with old magnets or something, that'd be cool that it drops a rover or a cargo box right out of there. So that'd be kind of cool.
Actually, I like the rover idea a lot. I was trying to incorporate. Awesome. Even better.
It's that kind of day for everybody. So
I was trying to incorporate how I could fit this in there. I just kept coming up short. I know I've got another gray panel that I could extend this out longer, but that just doesn't appeal to me. The aesthetic of it doesn't match up with what I have in my noodles. So it's always a work in progress.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
I like it a lot. So I built something today, by the way. I don't know if you guys follow Simon Liu or anything that he does, but he's the guy that kind of promotes Ship Timber, which is over. And I got my ship done for Ship Timber. Well, he has challenged Mechtober, which every week you need to build a new mech. So the deadline for this mech is the 7th. So I went ahead and built one today. I'll go ahead and show that off there. There he is. He is a space mech.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of a worker mech, but I gave him the old school blaster and the wrench from Classic Space, and he's got rocket pack in the back. Sorry, my camera's terrible.
You might as well put one of those orange dudes
Do
in
what?
there, man.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
an orange
Hey,
man in there.
orange guys.
Orange
You
it
said
up.
the deadline for that was the 7th?
Yeah, and so you have the first one is due the 7th, and then there's one due the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and the next week. So
I've never built a mech before. I think I found a good reason to try.
yeah, I would, if I were you, I would find a guy named Chubby Bots. I don't know if you know Chubby Bots or not, but Chubby Bots is he's really good about making skeleton and doing tutorials on how to build the skeleton.
In mech language, it's called a frame.
Oh, okay.
It's called a frame.
A frame. He makes a frame, and then he makes some examples of how to make them awesome. But you can basically skin them how you want to. My son is handing me this. He built a Blacktron Chubby Bots mech here a couple of months ago. So
I like the missile pods on the shoulders. Those are cool.
isn't that cool? So yeah, a really cool stompy mech, battle mech, and everything. So look at Chubby Bots. He's awesome. He's a young builder. He is really, really a nice guy, and he does really quality YouTube tutorial videos. You can pause and build and pause and build and stuff. So he's really good. All right, let me put a orange guy in the mech. Oh, this is my first mock with the orange guys. Oh.
I think if I were to build a mech, I would look to Exo Squad from back in the 90s, that cartoon. Oh, or was it Exo Force? But they, I think I would want to build something off of that. That was one of my favorite cartoons. So
yeah, those were especially the first run of those were pretty neat. I think the best thing, the most lasting thing for me was how awesome the sticker sheets were on those things, because I still have them and still use them.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna try to pan my camera over. We'll see what happens.
Orange space.
But on my shelf over there, don't mind my high-tech light-up, but I've got Rita Torres's E-frame over there on my windowsill. I've got JT Marsh, Sean Napier, and Wolf Bronsky. I just can't get a good angle on it right now, but yeah, I love those things. I always try to find them when I go out to a flea market or a toy store or something like that, and just they're one of my favorite toys when I was growing up.
Fazoom Jr. spotting in the Lego room. Yes, he is. He is over off camera spotting. What were you saying? He wants to. You going to build that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Here, we got one of these. We got these for $5 a pop. The Ninjago video game box, which is probably what they're actually worth. But anyway, they're pretty cool.
They come with some cool parts.
Yeah, they did. They come with cool parts.
Do you have any extras of those?
I don't, but no, I had like 2 or 3 of the blue ones and 2 or 3 of the green ones in my cart. I just put them back. It's like I could get. Although I do have an extra copy of the Avengers Captain America bike if you want one of those for your young one.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I don't know if I'll be crazy about that or not. I'm trying to figure out. I've been trying to figure out what to do about Christmas, and I did a streaming video with him last week where we just looked at the Lego website and I just talked about what he thought was cool. And so, yeah, it was just the idea was just to get his input.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not sure. Oh, here is Jake. This is a Chubby Bots build of Chubby Bot used the video game frame from the blue set, and so Jake built this. This is directly from that guy's instructions. It's a really cool monstery mech here.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It reminds me of the tanks from Ghost in the Shell, like the last scene in that movie. Yeah.
So yeah, it's really cool. The thing I actually like about these video games is that little backdoor piece would be really cool for a space hatch.
They use it in the Hidden Side prison set.
They use it in the Hidden Side prison set, according to the expert on the other side of the table that is not on the internet with me at the moment. So
Yeah, Joey Maluzzo and I did a thing. We do a thing, and he built the prison set, and I noticed that too. They have that cool door, that big door that's used on the prison. It's pretty awesome.
Yep, I watched part of that the other night. I don't even know if I mentioned my presence or not. I can't remember if I did or not. So.
I think you might have said hello at one point. I don't remember.
I was napping between shrimp meals, so.
By the way, if you really want to know what your kids want for, Lego sets for Christmas, what you do is you get the Lego magazines, and then you leave it in the bathroom, and then they just, they scroll through it that whole time. Like,
do they leave poop marks on it or what? I don't know. How do they?
That's a crappy situation.
Yeah, that's what I was doing with the video, the streaming video that Paul and I did was it was just me and him, and I did the screen share from StreamYard and put the Lego website up, and we just talked about what he thinks is cool. And my ulterior motive was kind of fishing for what I thought he might want for Christmas. So
there you go.
You link it to his grandparents and go, here, watch this video of your grandson telling him.
Well, the grandma already got him hidden side the fire truck and the race car, so he's good there. And probably we're gonna. I'm probably gonna get him the Venomosaurus, the Spider-Man set, because not only does it have the Venomosaurus, which is kind of cool, but it's got Spider-Ham. Which that's pretty much the only reason to buy that set is Spider-Ham. So.
Can't go wrong with Spider-Ham.
My grandparents, when I was like 13, told me that I can no longer ask for Lego for Christmas.
When you were how old?
13. It was around that age. They're like, you're too old for Lego now. And then like later in life, they just started giving us money because they didn't know what to do, and I just bought Lego with that.
Yeah. But the box says, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
True, exactly. I know they weren't following box rules, but
that's actually
it says 5
funny.
up. Okay, it's
They have to put that on there.
My dad stated that rule when I was like 14. Excuse me, and he would always break it every Christmas. He would always give me one like little $30 or $40 Star Wars set, and I always thought it was funny. And he still does to this day.
My parents kept trying to do that to me. They're like, okay, you're too old now. You're too old. You're getting out of it. And now they can't say anything because I'm making a kind of not a career, but I'm making videos with Lego all the time. Like
$2.75, man.
Exactly. Hey, if I double that every month, I can pay for rent.
Hey, Mark, look at this. Look. Yeah, look at there.
That's a big window.
It is a big window.
It's a nice side window.
Yeah.
The spaceman flies by when he's accidentally detached from the cargo hold.
Well, I kind of feel bad in the last spaceship I built. I did not put any windows except for the canopy up front. So those folks are...
They're screwed.
I put a big TV in the room there for them. So I'm going through the lug book. Up. We got these. I'm excited about these. The corrugated walls.
Oh,
nice.
Those are cool. That's from Monkey Kid, right?
Yeah, they were in Nexo Nights first, but now they use them in Monkey Kid too. So
yeah.
And look in gray and light gray for 32 by 32.
Wait, 32 by...
Yeah, the not the big 48 by 48s. These are the 32s in light
How
gray.
do you get 32 by 32?
Isn't that the measurement for a regular? Is it 32 or 36?
No, I know it's 32. I'm just saying, how do you get them gray?
Magic.
I've only found them white, green, and blue.
Magic.
Because I've been looking for them in tan for the longest time.
That
So I
kind
wanna
of deals.
Like, I want to do like desert stuff.
Black
but-
market trading.
I never want to buy anything that's not like Lego branded. But
Yeah. Oh, I meant to say the last thing I got in Lego that came to my, I finally got a Bricks and Pieces order. I ordered it in August the 3rd. And so I let it go. It takes them a while to pack them. So I paid for it by PayPal. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, don't. If you're ordering from Lego Pick a Brick, don't use PayPal, because if they go over 45 days, PayPal dumps the hold on what you paid. Well, they had, or they've gone too long. So anyway, so I called them and they said, "Oh, well, update your payment." So I updated my payment. I waited another week and a half, and things hadn't shown up yet. So I called them again, and they were like, "We're sorry, we've lost track, and it's probably gotten lost in customs." So they sent me another one, and it came the same day that the original order came in. So again, they were like, "Hey, if the other order comes in, just keep it and everything." So I've got lots of the new space torso again. I've got some of these in blue. Look at there. La, la, la.
Oh, nice.
And anyway, so yeah, I got a load of pieces. I got the rover guys, the space guy from
Okay.
Yeah, those things are cool.
I ordered, so now I got a double batch of those, which is pretty cool. So I've like quadrupled my space team this weekend. So it's been a good Lego weekend for us. So
I need to stop hanging around you guys. You guys make me want to pick up space sets.
It's not a bad thing.
was like, I kind of wonder what's the cheapest space set they have at Lego right now.
you got it right.
No, they actually have a $10 one in the city line. I mean, not for like that. It's the more modern looking space people, but
the space shuttle with the
You mean
satellite
this?
repair. Yeah.
no, there's one that's actually cheaper. 1 second.
No, well, this one was $5. So
Oh, it might be. Oh yeah, I think you're right. It is that set. I remember it's just the radar dish is what I saw before.
yeah, it's $10, but I got it for clearance for $5. So
Yeah, I would. Doesn't look like too bad of a set to pick up. I'll be honest.
actually, it's pretty neat.
I mean, Space Police 2 on Bricklink is like $25 for a nice set. I'm just saying.
Well, if I spend $10, I don't feel as bad as spending 20. So
Oh.
I'm in that mindset right now where I'm like trying to it's $4 for this set.
No, I hear you. I haven't bought any Lego in a long time, actually. I think the last time I did was I bought pieces for a Batmobile off Bricklink after I asked a couple of people on in the little Lego circuit that I follow if they had two of a certain piece.
Oh,
Such is life.
my thing is it's October and I technically haven't bought any Lego this month, so I'm pretty good in buying. So no, this is actually the cheapest set right here. I found it.
The little radar, little satellite.
It's just a tiny satellite and that's it. It comes with satellite and the guy.
Yeah, well, the cool thing about the little solar panels and that are printed, so they're really nice. So yeah, I would get it if I were you. You should get all the space you need.
Oh, I forgot something else that I built.
Let's see.
It's actually kind of a funny story with Moto. He was one of the people that I asked for a part that goes on the back here for the wheel curve.
Oh, the Batmobile, yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, hey, those make great pieces for Batmobiles. And then I showed him the unfinished picture of this, and he went, oh, yeah. So this is like half of Lego's design, and the other half is me going, how does this work? How? And just winging it until I got so frustrated that I downloaded the instructions and built it from there. And I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not exactly 100% as the kit was, but I think it's kind of neat that it's not 100%. So,
yeah, I wish they would have come out with that where you didn't have that was not a gift with purchase, but I would like to build that. I think I've got the parts to do it. So
it's a pretty solid build for the most part. It's pretty simple once you get the instructions and stop going on your memory and going, I think it looked like this, and then looking at 100 reference pictures and going, I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah, it would be cool to build that and then build the cartoon Batmobile, the animated series. Actually, my favorite Batmobile animated was the one in the Batman Adventures, Superman Batman Adventures. It looks more like a race car, and then went on to be used in sparingly, but was in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. That car, it was more race car, more cool Batmobile, and everything. And it didn't sound like a '69 Plymouth pulling up in the driveway, which is what the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile sounded like. It's like that thing needs a muffler,
right?
You can't sneak up on bad guys with that thing.
It was definitely more modernized than the Justice League cartoon and all that. I liked the look of it better than the than some of the other ones previous. I don't have the. Unfortunately, the wall does not have that one. I'm kind of disappointed. Those are all Batmobiles. So
Nice. Very cool.
Well, not all, but I mean, 99%.
Many Batmobiles. All right, guys, we've hit about an hour. I think we're going to sign off and everything. I appreciate a lot of good chat in the chat room over there. Thank y'all for joining us. I know Brick Smith will be back next week. He had some family stuff come up, so he was
Or will he?
indisposed. Or will he? So I appreciate him inviting folks over. Jeff, thank you for coming. Brad, thank you for coming. As always, my friend Mark Sandlin, thank you for dropping in. And there are all those in the chat who hung out with us. Thank y'all for coming. I hope you have an especially awesome Lego week this week. I have a lot of sorting to do, apparently. And so that's why I think I am passing on those bags of Scrapple on to my friend Neil.
Hey, if you need help sorting them, you can just send them up my way. You might not get them back, but you can send them up my way.
Trust me, when you get this bag, it's like 90% one-by-one rounds and eyeballs from whatever. So it's okay.
I'm trying to build. I have a big bin, but besides that, that's all I've been able to sort. Like that's all the Lego I have. Besides all this.
That's awesome. All right. Hey, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We do have Messy Monday tomorrow. That's where you'll see a bunch of older fans pop in from back in the day. And I know I say that a lot, but a lot of older fans from back in the day and new fans. We just chit chat. And then on Thursday, we have Old Gray Bricks Live. I'm not sure what our topic will be this week. It may be lug bulk or the thing we're not supposed to talk about. Or it may just be the saga of the Orange Spaceman. I'm not sure, but tune in for that. So at 6:30 tomorrow night is Messy Monday, and then 7 o'clock on Thursday is Old Gray Bricks Live. Thank you guys for joining us. You folks out there, thank you for joining us. We're going to end the broadcast. Have a good night. Have a spacey week.
Have a
Be
good night.
creative. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.